I had "I'll Stand By You" on my paper, and you're like, we can make this impactful. We need to put in those money notes. And I was so scared to hit those notes, and you're like, you could do this. Like, you can hold it. And I was like, no, it's going to sound irritating. My voice in the upper register is not pretty. It's piercing. And you gave me that confidence. And, I didn't master it while I was on Idol, but you gave me the confidence to attack it. And, over the years, I feel like I'm finessing it more and more.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You still hit the crap out of it. And it was so thrilling. And people hadn't really heard that from you. So I think that's what blew the judges away, too. I am so excited everybody's here today. My girl, Pia Toscano, season 10, devastated when she was voted off, but I had a little personal claim to her, and we'll tell you why. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me please welcome Pia Toscano, because here she comes.
Hi, why am I so close? Jeez, Lou. Hello.
I'm so excited you're here.
I'm so excited to be here.
My social media boy to the stars, Caesar, always says, "Get the camera further away," and I'm like,
I think it's just because we're on. Wait, hold on. I'm backing up because it's. No, it's because of the split screen thing.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, let me just.
I mean, it doesn't matter where you are, you're beautiful. Now, people make fun of me. They're like, all your Live with Michaels are just like big love fest. Well, today is going to be the biggest love fest. Sorry. Ever. And we'll talk about it tomorrow at the pool when we're hanging out at the pool.
Oh, yes.
With our masks on.
I'll be on the diving board and Michael will be at the other side of the backyard.
Honey, it's 20 by 40. I'll be 20 feet away from you. And I'll look smaller from there.
You're nuts. I've missed you.
I miss you so much. And you live down the street. And
I do.
Together. Now, look at Kyle's here. You're one of his favorite people in the world.
I love Kyle. I love his clothing line.
I know, right?
I wear it religiously.
All right, now I told those boys if they have some double XLs, I'm in.
Oh, please.
Whatever.
Get out of here.
Let's just talk about this quarantine. How's it been treating you?
Oh, it's been really good.
Are you having a cocktail?
Yes, I'm having a cocktail.
It's water. It's ice water.
No, it's actually a bottle of Chardonnay. No, Pinot. No, yeah, Chardonnay.
Chardonnay?
Yeah, are we allowed to do this on here?
Yes, it's 5 o'clock. It's happy hour somewhere.
I know, and I'm very happy. It's my happiest hour. I've been sitting in front of my camera waiting for this to happen for the past hour.
Let me just tell you, I've been thinking about this all day. And you know what I did? Today I was looking at YouTube clips of you and a couple of you and me. I found that clip of us on the Ellen show, like where Ellen was sitting next to me on the bench. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Oh,
and let me tell you, I had fond memories of that show.
Listen, you and I had a lot of fun.
We did.
I was so honored to go on so many appearances with you. We were on that show. What was it used to be called Sunny with a Chance? What was it called?
Oh, wait. The Disney one, right?
Yes. I forgot
What's it called? I don't remember. I'm sure somebody knows on here that's watching.
Oh, there's my sister Wendy is on.
Hi, Wendy.
You have to say hi to my mother Carol because she loves you.
Hi, Carol. Oh, we were supposed to do the show, and she was supposed to come.
Oh, right. She was coming to Florida to see.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if it was a surprise, so I was trying to come.
No. No, it's now because they called her and said, "Don't come."
I'm dying.
Oh, so random. Okay, we love the Pia Toscano.
So random.
Pia Toscano update. All right, I've talked about this with every single Idol every week. The Idol, American Idol fans, that whoever they, I don't care who they grab onto, are the greatest things I've ever seen. And you have some unbelievable fans, and because I interact with
I do.
them, quite a few of them. Let's just talk about Idol for a minute. So can't wait to see you this winter, my mother said. So you tell the story because you came to Idol before season 10.
Oh, yeah. I started auditioning when I was 16 years old. It's not Corona. I just went down the wrong pipe. I started auditioning when I was 16 years old. And I took me 4 or 5 times before I actually made it onto the show. So I went every single year. I took 1 year off. I think, you know what? I took season 9 off. And then my dad was like, Pia, the auditions are in Jersey. And it's close to me. I'm in New York, Queens, New York. And he's like, and the judges, they changed the panel. I have a really good feeling about this. I think you should audition. It's Jennifer Lopez. You know, she's from the Bronx. You're from Queens. You'll have something in common. And Randy was always like very supportive of me. But you know who was the one that made this happen for me?
Oh.
I'm looking right at him.
That's right.
That's right.
When you entered that field. Now, it is totally random, so random as the
So
show,
random.
where you get in line at a table. You know, there's a big table of all, and at some point they started taking a bunch of us music people, and you got in front of me, and I was just like, oh my God, this is somebody who's going to make me stop texting my mother while I'm working.
I think I sang "Listen" from the bridge of "Listen" from Dreamgirls.
Go. Listen.
Oh God.
Oh, you can't do it in real time. Anyway, yeah, okay, but all I know is I heard that voice and I was like, what is happening?
Oh.
I cannot believe that voice I heard. And when I think back to then, I mean, when I watch you now, like when I watched you on that David Foster special, I mean, you have always been an amazing vocalist, but you are singing better and better. I've never heard you sing as great as you are right now. And I know you with that the brilliant woman,
Amy Chapman.
Amy Chapman, I'm such a huge fan of hers.
She's incredible.
I know she is. But honey, so go ahead. So then you made it through 10, and then what happened when you went to the judges?
Well, when I went to, so first of all, I mean, I remember bursting into tears when you put me through because I was like a nervous freaking wreck. And I was like, I just had a feeling after that it was just gonna, I just had a different feeling that this was gonna be the year that things actually connected. And so when I got in front of the judges, I was the first audition of the day. I was super nervous, and I sang "Until You Come Back to Me" by Aretha Franklin. I sang that song, and you know, I was nervous, but like I tried to hold it together as best as I could, and they liked me, and they put me through. And then I made it to Hollywood, and then you and I got to, like, I mean, you are in the thick of it, like. I mean, you have so much work to do in Hollywood. It's crazy.
Yeah, a crazy week, but it was my favorite part of it because, you know, nobody sleeps for 4 days.
No.
And I love when you guys don't sleep and everyone loses their voice and everyone gets out. Nobody knows I don't remember what group you were in. What did you even do?
I sang Grenade with Brielle Von Hugel and Alessandro Guercio.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I still keep in touch with Brielle once in a while.
I love her. Talk about singing better than ever. She's incredible.
Yeah. She really is. So honey, so then what? And then now when we started, you know, top 24, I think.
Yep.
So, and then of course, Pisha and I got a hold of you.
Oh yeah.
I was not letting you go. I didn't care what anybody else said.
Well, you know what's funny is that I started to lose a lot of confidence in my upper register, my high notes. So I was shying away from them, and I wasn't particularly standing out in Hollywood because my nerves were getting the best of me, and when I get nervous, my voice shakes, and I like lose my breath. So, you know, I could belt still, but my softer tones, like the stuff where you need a lot of technique, that was suffering. Right. And so I remember when we were in Vegas, and it was like the sudden death round, and I sang "Doesn't Mean Anything." Nigel came in the room and he was like, oh my God, thank God you did that. Cause I threw some high notes in there, and he was like, because I thought this was going to be the end of you. And he was like, we were really pushing for you, but you know, you weren't giving it to us. And so thank God when I connected with you for top 24, I think the song that I sang was All By Myself.
Of course.
originally. And you had this premonition, or Nigel, someone did, and you're like, you got to save that song because I think you'll be able to sing that. You know, if you make it past this round, you'll be able to sing it. And I had "I'll Stand by You" on my paper, and you're like, we can make this impactful. We need to put in those money notes. And I was so scared to hit those notes, and you're like, you could do this. Like, you can hold it. And I was like, no, it's going to sound irritating. My voice in the upper register is not pretty. It's piercing. And you gave me that confidence. And, you know, I didn't master it while I was on Idol, but you gave me the confidence to attack it.
Yep.
And, you know, over the years, I feel like I'm finessing it more and more.
Oh, yeah, 100%. You still hit the crap out of it. And it was
Thank
so
you.
thrilling. And people hadn't really heard that from you. So I think that's what blew the judges away, too. Like, and they were like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So, you know, of course, you were like pegged from the beginning going, oh, Pia, you know, people don't get it and people don't know how that show works, and it doesn't, nor does it matter. No, obviously, it doesn't matter. Oh, there's Keith. I'm so excited, Keith.
Hi, Keith. You know Keith?
You know, it doesn't matter what happens on that show. It's all, like, I learned that from, you know, as early as Jennifer Hudson going home on 6th place.
Totally.
Just is timing. It's like you auditioned for all those years. It was just your timing that you had to wait till 10, and it was happen. And the same thing. I just don't think it doesn't matter. You have this amazing, beautiful career. You travel around with my brother-in-law David Foster.
I love him.
You travel around with, you know, Andrea Boccelli, I know, and do a lot of dates with him.
You've coached me for that. You coached me for the Hollywood Bowl.
I love that when we were trying to do some new stuff, and I remember you said, now we need to find a song that we can do what we did to I'll Stand By You. That might be our staple. But if any people tell me this all the time, if anybody ever watches your YouTube video of what's the Sam Smith song we did?
Lay Me Down.
That is the most unbelievable arrangement. The way you sang it, not just the arrangement.
No. You did that with me. You and Antonio Sol.
And I couldn't believe how you sang it, and it was just like unreal.
I listen to that now, and I'm like, damn, because now I'm like, oh my God, I get exhausted with all these high notes, and I'm like, but we really did that one.
Oh, brilliant! Troy is here. Look, I'm so.
Troy Loretta. I'm actually doing a very special thing with Troy Loretta right now. I don't think we can talk about it, but but it's going to be real.
I saw him on Instagram in the studio. You can tell me later.
I'll call you and tell you later.
Oh, talk about brilliant. Jeez, that guy.
He's incredible. And can do everything. Like, an amazing singer, an amazing arranger, just the kindest person. Like, no ego whatsoever. And like, he's a master of his craft. And so I just did a cover with him, actually. Always Remember Us This Way, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, the Lady Gaga one.
Yeah. A year later, I did it.
Whatever. It's all about timing, like Sharon says.
I could never just go with when things are like, I have to, like, I'm a procrastinator.
Honey, I can't even tell you you want me to tell you about what a procrastinator I am?
I want to know.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. I have a vein popping out of my head.
I'm full of dad jokes.
Wait, what happened to your, like, I saw the arm thing on your...
Nothing.
What is that? Are you like Iron Man or something?
I'm doing
Piano Man.
No, everybody was kung fu fighting.
What happened?
I was in a football game. I'm kidding. I went bowling. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I was baseball. I'm totally kidding. I was running with my dog and Pisha and her grandson, who's my godson.
Right.
My little 3-year-old godson William goes, Jinx, pull Uncle Michael, to my dog, and she started running so fast, and her leash was wrapped around my wrist, and my brain obviously was not working because I could have yelled, Jinx, stop, but instead my brain said, run faster, and I was like,
oh no.
planted on the street and landed on my hands, which is not great for a pianist, but nonetheless, I didn't break anything, so I'm grateful.
Good.
Doctor told me about this unbelievable 3D cast that you can get it wet and everything. I actually went in the pool yesterday with it.
Really?
Yes. You see, I'll go tomorrow with you in the pool. You'll
It is
see.
so hot.
It is so hot
I
that
get moody immediately. The second I go outside, I'm moody.
I have to go in my car just to get cooler.
Today I went to Starbucks, the drive-through, and I couldn't get out of the car. I was
I know.
like to just go back into my apartment. I'm like, ugh.
Um, all right, so listen, I want to talk just a little bit more about Idol, and then we're going to
Yeah,
talk about else because we're
yeah,
doing many more things now, both of us. But here's the thing, honey. So, what was overall that a great experience for you? You were the year that Jimmy Iovine was involved, and then
yes.
started developing people as artists.
Hmm.
And we're working with all those amazing producer songwriters like
Yep.
that was insane. Like I know you guys were like starstruck, but I was beyond like all those amazing people we worked with that year. I mean that
Rodney Jerkins.
Rodney Jerkins, like I was such a huge fan of his, and like to
Yep.
be in the
Ron
studio
Fair.
playing piano on your track for his song. I mean, like that's insane. And Ron Fair, brilliant. I mean, like all these people. But so, what was your experience overall? It was a great experience. I mean, like everyone used to say to you, you have to stop doing ballads all the time.
Right.
And then you did an up tempo, and
And
you
then I
got
got voted off. I still do that song all the time. But yeah, my experience with Idol was incredible. I wish that I would have absorbed more of it and enjoyed it more because I I was so nervous. I mean, it's a very high pressure situation. And it's like so that was the first year that they introduced social media. So there was Twitter and a lot of, keyboard warriors on there. Are they called keyboard warriors? Like the trolls, keyboard trolls.
oh,
And so not only am I performing, or all of us performing in front of Jennifer Lopez, Steven Tyler, Randy Jackson, an audience, 7 million people, but then, afterwards we're getting judged from these judges and then from the world. And, they tell you that you should engage with people to build your fan base because it was the year that they were introducing true artistry and and allowing us to connect in that way as opposed to just being a cover singer. And so yeah, that was really difficult. I wish I could have. Now looking back, I mean, I was so scared of that stage. Like it was scary. I went from being I would do demo work and I would write my songs and do writing sessions and stuff like that. But I was a wedding singer. And so I was used to a much smaller stage. So that was very shocking for me. And so, yeah, if I could do things differently, I would have just been like, just relax and enjoy it. But it was a beautiful experience. We're still on a group chat, me and all the other idols, and we're still really good friends.
I love that.
Yeah.
And like people don't I've talked about this with so many of you guys. People when Simon Cowell was on, he used to go, you guys shouldn't be friends, you're in a competition. That was what you guys had like each other. Right. And really, I mean, and the producers were very loving and whatever, but
yes,
it was very hard. You guys were going from recording session to clothes shopping to I mean, you guys did not get a break. You never got a break. And the funny part is that it was a music show, and you got like 3 hours of rehearsal a week. That was really
right. That was my one complaint. My one complaint would have been I would have liked more stage time and more time actually working on the music,
right.
as opposed to because that it just sometimes. I mean, we were learning stuff. I remember we changed my Motown song to "All in Love Is Fair." And I didn't have much time to even figure the song out. And I remember going on stage that night and I was asking the string players what the first line was. Because I was forgetting, like, it was just like a mind fart for me.
Yes. No, I get it. But listen, you weren't the most comfortable person on stage then, but you've learned to be, which is so thrilling to watch today. That's why I love that. So it didn't matter. I mean, it's you learned from doing all that stuff, and you certainly got a huge fan base from it, and all your sweet peas.
My sweet peas, I love them.
I know they're very sweet, and I talk to a lot of them. Mason Trueblood is here. Oh my God, Burnell!
Hi, Burnell. He's so cute.
He's talking to me. He just saw my stomach. He said growth.
No, he did not.
Wait a minute.
Mine too, though.
I can't wait to go back and watch this. When you go back and watch it, you can see all the comments, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I think so. Actually, I think so. I haven't done a live in a long time. You know better. You're better
I,
on social media than I am.
you know what? I'm learning to be from the brilliant Caesar Fonseca.
I know. Listen, I'm about to work with him. He's
I,
amazing.
I highly recommend him. He has turned my social media life around. And, because it's very hard right now. I think someone was just asking if I was doing online vocal coaching. I do a lot of it. I do it all the time. I do
Yes.
it every day. And I love doing it, although I miss the in-person interaction. And I can't wait till we can get back to that. But I do that. And I didn't mean to just say do. But I do. You won't see you won't see. Oh, Burnell said comments. All right, fine. Thank you.
Burnell's hip to all of it.
Yeah, but he's bringing me way down.
Hi, Linda.
Hi from Howard Beach. Somebody's from your hometown.
Hi, I was just there.
Oh, so sweet. And your family, so sweet. Okay, your grandmother, I never got to meet her, but I loved her from every picture I ever saw of her, every video I ever watched. And I know how much she loved to gamble like I did. So
She's up in heaven pulling those slot machines, doing all that.
I know she is. And I hope I'm not there for a long time when I do, I'll be sitting at the Keno machine next to her.
You guys would love each other.
Oh my God. I mean, she reminded me of my grandpa, one of my grandmothers. So it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
But you're Italian, I'm Jewish. It's like families,
We're family. I swear my grandma's Jewish. When I went to the house they're about to sell my grandma's house. And so when I was going to see if there was anything that I wanted of hers, I was finding Star of David, Jewish pendants. I swear to God, I think she's Jewish. I do. Hebrew things. She taught me Yiddish when I know Yiddish songs.
Wow, that's so crazy.
It's because she grew up in East New York and she had a lot of Jewish friends. And
okay, and was anybody? Oh, my friend Brian. Oh, hi, Brian Gendesi. From where in Italy is her family?
So my family's from Naples, Italy. So my dad was born in Italy. My dad's side was born in Italy, and we're from Naples. And my mom's side, which is my Nana Jo, who just recently passed away, I'm pretty sure they were from Naples too, but it was her mother that was born in Italy and not my grandmother.
Oh, your grandmother. Your grandmother was born in the United States.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to punctuate everything.
I love it.
Who's saying hi, Chicago Cubs fan? Hi. Okay, so darling, let's talk about something else fun. Let me just think what to talk about. Well, but new music. Let's talk about some new music. So you have been releasing a lot of new music.
Yeah.
I love hearing everything you're working on. So what are you working on new right now?
Oh God. What's that?
That you can talk about.
No, this stuff I can talk about because it's mine. Well, I've been working with Phil Lawrence, who was a part of Bruno Mars's whole thing. He's a hooligan, and he wrote mostly all of Bruno's songs with him.
All those on that music.
He's incredible. Him and his wife they're dear friends of mine, and they're very, very supportive. And so they connect me with a lot of people, and they connected me with an incredible producer and writer named Davey Nathan and Krista Youngs. And we wrote my first single together called No, that will, we're going through the video stuff, all that stuff now. And that should be, I can't give you a date because I swear to God, every time I give any kind of timeline, it just doesn't end up happening that way. And 2020, is just throwing curveballs left and right. So I have a first and second single, No and Thin Air, that are ready to go. And I basically have an EP too. I've been working with an amazing producer named Jimmy Harry. I work with Jared Lee. You know Jared Lee, right?
I'm a huge Jared Lee fan.
He's amazing. I'm doing some stuff with Troy. Who else? And there's exciting things happening. I've been recording for a really long time, and I've been in several different deals, and I just want to make music that tells my story and that people can connect. I just needed to be authentic and true to who I am. It's no more trying to be something that I don't really even connect with.
Right.
It's just, I just want to make music that's
Do
my
you
story.
like when you left Idol and Interscope was doing a lot of things with you? Were
Yeah.
you into? I mean, you were obviously into the songs, or were they more pushed on you? Like, how did that even work? Like,
Well, it was challenging because first of all, we had a co-management deal between 19 and Red Light. So I had my whole team at 19, and then Red Light, and they were all wonderful. Everybody was wonderful. But then I had my A&R at Interscope, and then I had Jimmy Iovine. And so everybody, I am a versatile singer because I've been able to learn a lot of different genres, like, and styles of singing through the years. I never like to pigeonhole myself and put myself in a box.
right,
So, but that also could be a curse sometimes when you love lots of different music and it's like, okay, well, who is she? She's doing soulful ballads on American Idol, which I loved, but you can't always do songs like that.
exactly.
Like, you can't have an album. I mean, Randy had said, even Whitney Houston. I remember when I did Where Do Broken Hearts Go? He was like, even Whitney Houston, she had up-tempo records. She had all different kinds of records. We just couldn't really land on the direction. And I was still figuring out myself artistically too.
Hmm?
So, and I wasn't going to be like, no, Jimmy Iovine, you're wrong. This is
Of course.
not. I did that for my second single, which is probably why it never came out. But it's a funny story. What?
It didn't come out, the second one?
No, because I really wanted it to be Heart Attack. That ended up being Demi Lovato's first single off her sophomore album that ended up exploding her. And so I
Wow.
was working with Mitch Allen. I saw you in the studio when I was recording Heart Attack, remember?
Yep, I
In
do.
NoHo.
I do.
And so I went in to record a song by Nikki Leonti and Mitch Allen and Jason Evigan called Firefly. And
Evigan fan too.
oh, he's amazing. And so they were like, all right, let me play you some other songs. I was like, I need a tempo record, but I need it to be a tempo record that I could really sing. Like,
Yeah.
I really need to be able to sing. And he plays Heart Attack. And I'm like, this is it. This is going to change my life. Me and Danny, remember Danny, my day-to-day manager?
Oh my God, I miss her.
I know, I love her so much. She's back in London, but she was like, I mean, we were busting down doors, like just trying to make sure that this song gets heard by the label, and they didn't think it was a hit.
Jeez.
And so by that time there was a new season of Idol, there was new talent coming in, and then I parted ways with my record label, and Mitch Allen called me and he's like, hey, I know you love this song, but Demi Lovato's team wants it and they're ready to buy it, and she loves it. It's going to be her first single. And I was like, all right, okay. And he's like, but I want to keep you on it. So we're going to keep you on the background vocals. And
Are you on
yeah,
that?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was hard to listen to, but it was like, I mean, it happened in the most honest way. And what am I going to do? Like, it
No.
just wasn't my time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all timing. This whole business is timing.
Yeah.
And it's the record business is even different from your season. Like in the early days of Idol, people made a record and went triple platinum.
Right.
All of a sudden, it stopped. Like after Chris Allen season. I mean, like and I don't know. I don't know when it changed, but that's when the music business started changing, like with Jimmy Iovine and all that.
Right.
But people just did singles. Like people, it's not the same. But
Yeah. And now especially. Sorry, what'd you say?
I love about it is there is no timing, no such thing as too old, too young, too.
Yeah.
There's no rules anymore. That's the greatest part. It is all about timing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm a firm believer in that. So whenever people are like, all right, what's happening with your career? I'm still working on it every single day. I have an amazing team. And I'm able to, still tour. Well, no one's touring now. I'm not touring until October 2021, but, I'm still able to create, and I'm a firm believer in God's timing. And I don't even think I was so fragile. There was a lot of stuff that I needed to learn. I needed to grow. I actually needed to take a step behind and go in the background for a few years. I studied under Jennifer Lopez, did a residency, got the most incredible I got to watch the most incredible performer.
Yep.
I think one of the most incredible performers of our time
Yep.
every single night. And I would have been an idiot if I didn't soak that all in and take advantage of that opportunity to learn and grow from her.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
that's why I got better.
I know. I love that. And I got to see that show. I got to see you in that show. And that was
She's a force.
mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
What about, and then also, of course, that's when I met Stevie Mackey, who is also a freaking beast.
He's incredible.
God. I mean, not just like with the coaching, but the singing and the playing and I mean, like, he's unreal. He's
Do,
unreal.
do you know that so David and I met right off of American Idol. I had laryngitis. He invited me to sing for Muhammad Ali's 70th birthday.
Okay.
And so I had gotten laryngitis. I had never had it before. So I did not know how it affected your voice. Like, I just thought it went away in a few days. So we agreed to do this birthday party. And I go to David's house, but we told him I can't sing, but we played him the record of All in Love is Fair, and we showed him how I sing it live, so he knew that I could really do it.
Yep.
And so a few days later, we are set to go. I was on vocal rest, but my speaking voice is coming back. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be fine.
Yep.
I didn't realize that I was sicker than I thought. I had like a really bad upper respiratory infection. And so we got on the plane, and all of a sudden my ears, my ears were suctioning. It was like the craziest thing. I couldn't hear. I'm like, Danny, something's happening. I'm terrified right now. I cannot hear. Like, my throat, I had like a cough, like all this. We go to sound check. I could not sing to save my life. It was awful. And now he was prepared that my voice may not be as good as usual, but not to like cut my set. Because I couldn't sing. So he had another singer out there his name is Cody Carey. We did the prayer together. We had to lower the key, cut my entire set, but we did the prayer, and I was so awful. And David was, at that time, I was parting ways from Interscope, and he's like, I'm going to take over your deal and all this stuff. Didn't talk to me for 7 years.
Wow.
And like, I had PTSD. Every time he was at an event, I thought that I was going to lose my voice. Like, it was awful. And so if it wasn't for me singing background for Jennifer Lopez and being invited to one of her Christmas parties where you have to go up and sing, like, that's how David was there. I almost didn't go because he was going, and I knew I was going to be asked to sing. And I sang Oh Holy Night. And that was what started it all. And that's what rekindled our relationship. And that's how I went on tour with David and rekindled that whole thing.
And I know how much he loves you and believes in you. And I mean, it's like so fun to watch you with him. I mean, that PBS special was everything.
That was so much fun.
My God, it was so good. It was so good. And you and Shalea and Catherine.
Oh, Shalea is amazing.
Oh my God.
Kat's so much fun. I love touring with her.
We love, of course, family. You know, I love how supportive David is of all those of different artists and stuff. You know, his documentary just blew me away. And not because I had a little cameo in it, because everyone's like, "Oh, we saw you at the wedding." I said, "Well, we saw you."
that maroon jacket?
I wore that burgundy jacket so everyone would notice me.
I love that. You look so handsome in that blazer.
I look better from a distance, trust me.
From a distance.
You know, I didn't have any gray hair back then. I don't even know what happened.
Listen, we're all evolving.
That's right, honey. And you know, you have a good hair man too. But
you, Eduardo.
I love Eduardo, but I have Dean Banowitz.
I love Dean.
Yep. Anyway, but honey, you are so amazing and talented and brilliant. It is a big love fest because did you perform with Linda Eder? No, but I've seen Linda Eder.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a crazy voice, and I love her. Lindsay, stop! You look so good. You know, oh Lindsay. Listen, I love Linda Eder, and I've seen her in concert, and she blew me away too. And I got to go meet her afterwards, and I'm a huge fan.
She's amazing.
Although I follow her on the Instagram, and she doesn't follow me back. If anyone knows her, I'd like her to change that. But it's fine. If not, I'm going to unfollow her in 48 hours. That's my. I wait 72 hours. All right, so Pia, you're going to come over to my house and swim, and maybe we'll go live and stuff and
Yeah.
show your beautiful one-piece swimsuit that you always wear, like that J-Lo swimwear.
Oh, J Lux. No, I have this one red bathing suit. What?
I made that up.
Can we? Okay. So let me just before we do whatever we're gonna do, wrap it up. Michael is the best at creating arrangements and bringing out the best in a singer. So for those of you watching that are in LA, you don't have to stop working. Like, email him and work with this man, because like you will shine and you will be your best. You're very much like David in the fact that you pull the best vocals out of everybody, and you have a way about you, make things so fun, and you give the artist confidence. And if it wasn't for you, I swear to God, I would have crumbled under every situation. You were like a safety blanket for me. And no, but it's the truth. It's not, I'm not blowing smoke. If it wasn't for you, I strongly believe that I would, still be in Howard Beach, just singing for fun.
And you'd be, do you remember?
But I cannot wait to work with you again.
I love working with you. I can't wait till we get to do something again. Remember when you had that big, huge private corporate date in Vegas? Remember we took a whole band there and
God, yes,
background singers, and we had the time of our lives there.
Yeah, we did it. What was it? The House of Blues.
Was it?
Yeah, House of Blues at Mandalay.
It was. I don't know. I don't remember, but I just remember how much fun it was, and we had so much fun rehearsing the band.
We did.
Those incredible singers with us, Marcy D. Marcy Dietz, who makes fantastic jewelry. Look her up, Marcy D Jewelry. Anyway, darling, I love you so.
I love you too.
And I am available for online coaching on the FaceTime and the Zoom. And you can email me. My email and all that information is on my Instagram. And thank you. That was so. I didn't even ask you to plug me. And
Hi,
you
Jen.
did.
Well, I sing your praises all the time because I owe a lot to you, and I will never forget that.
Melinda.
Is that Melinda Doolittle?
Yes.
Hi, Melinda. Talk about a beast. She's amazing.
I know. Well,
I know.
Her on here too, and I love her. I want to go after everybody. Listen, everybody. So all the American Idol fans, like for the different people, like going, have this one. We're. And I am going to try to get to everybody, I promise. But I'm so honored that you came here today. Melinda Doolittle, I love you.
I love you, Melinda.
So much, she said.
My cousin Jen said hi too. Hey, Jen.
Oh, cousin Jen is here?
My mom is on, my mom and dad.
Oh, hi, mother and father. And I know my mother and sister are watching. I don't know who else is watching. But listen, people, go find Pia anywhere she is. When she is performing, when she goes back with Andrea or by herself or with David Foster, go see her. It's shocking what you sit there and like in disbelief and watching what comes out of this girl. Like she's, what can did I pick up my cleaning today? And she's belting this high F sharp. But hi, John Randall. John Randall, my brilliant musical director, arranger, pianist friend. If you need someone else when I'm not available, you should call John. But wait, look at Jinx. Hello. Jinx, say hello.
Hi, baby.
Jinx, say hello. Okay, she's a little hard. Whatever.
Hey, sweetie.
Honey, I love you so very much. And
I love you too.
On my Instagram, for everyone to watch later.
Oh, yes. I'm going to rewatch this. I've been looking forward to this all.
Oh, look at Gina Glockson is on.
Oh, I love Gina.
The Gine is on. She's the Gine. I used to call her Gina Glockson. That's why she's now the Gine.
I can't with you.
I know, but you will. And with the pool, and I love you so much. And
I love you too.
For being here. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
It was so fun.
This was fun.
I loved it.
Cheers.
Go have some Chardonnay. Life is a Chardonnay, old chum.
Oh, yeah. It
Bye.
is. I love you.
Love you. Mwah.
Bye.